to introduce one of the family members now.
Oh, God.
Of the Hastings clan. Mr. Michael Hastings. Would you please come up and say something about your old dad?
I'm not used to getting the top billing over my brother, Bob, but I'll take this time for once. This weekend we're all besieged with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's something that we as children have definitely gotten an abundance of, not just in those words, but definitely in being Americans. It's one thing I don't think anyone has really brought up here. A gentleman who definitely taught us to love this country and to pursue our happiness and to enjoy the liberty. And he gave us definitely this life. How we made it this far as children is still a question in a lot of people's minds. The mention before of the Hitler years, not being a good actor, Dad, it isn't true at all. We didn't tell anybody that. We were raised definitely in a strict atmosphere, but I think we all came out of it somewhat all right. As my brother said earlier, none of us have been affected by it. But I would say the influence that we have received as children has been second to none. I was reminded earlier that this is my only father. We were sitting at the table here reminiscing of stories that I'm glad no one heard, because there are still quite a few stories that you don't know. We definitely will not let you know. Honestly, the liquor I was drinking tonight did not come from your cabinet.
Oh, God, yes.
I was a ninth grade alcoholic, stealing liquor from my father's cabinet. But no, I completely stopped. But to definitely go a little further into the American situation, when my brother was in the Navy during the Vietnam War, my father flew the flag the whole time he was there. Tremendous American, the only person that I would know to stand up and salute the flag when it was definitely not the thing to do. We were all raised that way. My brother put in, I think, 4 years with the Navy on an aircraft carrier. I'm in the middle of a term as an elected official. I think I've probably taken more shots so far than my brother ever did. Again, I think that the stock that my father has instilled in us, I have 2 children. They definitely wanted to be here tonight, but we couldn't let them come because all they do is talk. The few things they didn't want to say were "me too." The other is "how come?" And I think the other was "but so what?" These are some of the intelligent things that we get from our children, but most of all, the love that we have been blessed with from both of our parents, the guidance, and most definitely the life, the liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and we're all pursuing the happiness and the dreams, and I don't think any one of us in our family could have ever dreamed of a finer role model, and most definitely, if it's been acting all the way through, Dad, I felt your love, and all of the children have, and as much as people have been sleeping through everything, you told us we couldn't tonight, but I guarantee you from the bottom of my heart, I love you very much, and for 50 years, I hope that I can someday find something I'd enjoy as much. Thank you.
Wonderfully said, Michael.
I wrote it.
Your father wrote it. It's right here. Bob was also in the service, you know. Was a navigator on a B-17.
29.
We almost lost the war. Never knew where it was going or why. Pilot didn't either. Kept bombing Pasadena. I don't understand it. To this day, people in Pasadena don't understand it. The next person I would like to introduce to you is a lovely woman.
I've already been up there, though.
Who did not spend any time with Bob in Park City, Utah.
Bob just said, be careful. Bob has sparkly eyes, and that's one of my favorite things about him. And when I first met him on General Hospital, I have to admit I was a fan because I had seen him on TV, seen him on Archie, I'd seen him on McHale's Maybe, and I was anxious to meet him. I was much younger then and kind of new in TV, and he used to talk to me in the hall. We'd be walking down the hall and
Come to my room. Come to my room.
I'd say something like, get ready to say hello to him, and he'd say, what scene are they on upstairs? And I'd say, 4, and he'd keep on walking. And then I'd say, excuse me, Mr. Hastings, do you want to rehearse? And he'd say, what scene are we in? And I'd say 6, and he'd keep on walking. Bob has a marvelous sense of humor, and I think one of the reasons why I was able to relate to him right away is because he was the only one on the set who was as immature as I was. But it's been 50 years, and you know, Bob is one of the few actors that I know who has never had to work at anything else to earn a living except as an actor for 50 years. Maybe, after the few years he's been on General Hospital, first as Captain Ramsey, now as co-chief, and if you stick around another 50 bucks, maybe you'll make commissioner.
I doubt it. You gotta be younger.
But anyway, if it's true that the eyes are the road to the soul, and that we can look into the spirit, I think it's true about you because you do have a beautiful spirit, and it's a pleasure to know you and to work with you and to be here with you tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, Jackie, very much. It's great.
Here it goes.
It's just terrific. All these people getting up and talking about this man blows me away. I know him too well. The next person I would like to introduce is going to be returning to General Hospital after an absence of a couple of years. She has a few things that none of us know about Bob.
Uh-oh.
And I think she'd like to relate them to us. Miss Sharon Wyatt.
Excuse me while I reacquaint myself with Tony.
I love you.
We're reconsummating our love.
I thought it was my night. I want to tell you.
You're when I get home, darling.
You're not nice.
And they'll die.
Yes.
What a lewd man. I love this man. I do. Bobbie. Oh, he comes into my dressing room. Joan, are you awake? You know that?
Yeah.
He comes into my dressing room, and Bob and I have always had this wonderful rapport where he says, we're having this mad, passionate love affair that nobody knows about. So one day I decided to say, okay, fine, baby. Let's go. He's like, I'm married. I love her. It's mine. I do. You know. He never said that unless it was just the two of us, you know. Yeah, and then all of a sudden it would be, do I know you yet? He would. Bobbie's been in show business for 50 years. He told me that. I thought he's 40, I swear. He tells me he has grandchildren that worked with Ronald Reagan. I went nuts. I said, what is he talking about, you know? I loved it. But 50 years is such a long time. 50 years? I mean, God, honey, are we talking about... It's great. I love it. I love it. It was like... it's so long, you know, that Bob thinks that the greatest literary accomplishment has been the National Enquirer. He looks every week to see if his picture's in there. And if it's not, he fires his publicist and hires another one, you know? Alfred Hitchcock always said that all actors are cattle. Have you ever seen Bob's lawn? It's so green. It's so green. We're not in New York, are we? It's so green, and that's why he drinks his milk. That's why he drinks his milk. After sometimes you're conceited. Bob has never been conceited, has he? Is Bob conceited?
Yes.
I thought so. I thought so too.
Bob he is so conceited that when the thunder claps, he takes a bow. Image conscious. That when he goes to his dentist, that he will not let the dentist see his x-rays until he has retouched them. This is a Hollywood joke. What can I say? Nobody gets it except the podium. Okay. I'll be very serious now. I will talk about Bob as I love him. I met his wife, Joan, a few years ago, and I think she's wonderful. Bob adores her. He talks about her all the time. He's on the set, he's always talking about how much he loves his wife, Joan. Well, it's true. Now, Sammy boy. He does. He does. He's always talking about that. He talks about his children. He talks about his grandchildren. How much he loves his family. Bob was working so hard one day that he went home. He got home early. Gloria had gone to Palm Springs. So he went home early, you know. So he goes home and he sees Joan. He calls, he can't find her. He calls, he goes up to the bedroom. Joan is half dressed and the bed is half made. He says, Joan, you're having an affair. She says, not me, I love you. He says, please tell me you're having an affair. You're having an affair. I will not stop with you having an affair. So he says, okay, fine, I'm having an affair. Who is it? Who is it? Bobby's screaming. He wants to know who he's having an affair with. No, he's having an affair. Okay, I'll tell you. It's your agent. My agent? Did he leave a message? Finest person in the world. He comes up, he says, Sharon, learn your lines. He's great, isn't he?
Sharon, thank you very much. They're a true businessman. The agent only wanted 10% of John, so it was okay with Bob. I don't know, Bob has always said, I don't know, Sam said it too. Sharon said that he always talks about John. I don't know, he says things to us like, I'm married to,
What's your name?
what's your name? A lovely lady. Very patient. Very loving. Very tired. It's sweet all the same.